Now, let's get more on the news that Labour's former education spokesman Tristram Hunt is resigning as MP for Stoke-on-Trent Central to become the director of the Victoria and Albert Museum in London. Mr Hunt is a strong critic, as everybody knows, of the Labour leader Jeremy Corbyn. He says he's not trying to rock the boat. Well, joining me now from Westminster is the former Labour Director of Communications to Tony Blair, Alastair Campbell. Good to talk to you. He says he's not going to rock the boat. He's got a good job, obviously. Will he be a big loss in the party? Some people thought he could be a future leader.
I think he is a big loss. I think Tristram's one of those politicians who has real breadth and depth, and I think I think it is a big loss to the Labour Party and a big loss to Parliament. But you know, I think that politicians in the end, they're the same as everybody else. They're human beings, and opportunities come, and sometimes maybe an opportunity comes along that you think will never come again. And I mean, Tristram's other life, if you like, is as a historian, and in many ways I'd say this job is sort of made for him. And I think he'll do it incredibly well, but there's no denying that it's. I think it is a big loss to the Labour Party.
I was struck looking on Twitter the reaction of some people who claim to be or appear to be Labour Party members. This is a clear out of those not committed to the cause. He's one of the, quote, disloyal plotters. We want socialist MPs in a socialist party, a snob, traitorous, I mean, you know, that kind of stuff. Yeah. It just goes to the heart. However good his job is and so on, it goes right to the heart of the divisions still in the party.
Well, I mean, look, I think you can pay way too much attention to relatively small numbers of people who sort of, you know, mouth off on Twitter the whole time, even though one of them happens to be the president-elect at the moment. But I do think that there are parts of the Labour Party, I'm afraid, that do look on probably people like myself as well. Every time I talk about the Labour Party and the struggles that we're having to connect with the country, you get some people saying, why can't you sort of just say that everything's wonderful, and if we all just sort of got behind the leader fully and everything would be fine? Well, I'm afraid that's just not the case. So I think these people should just think about what they're saying. I mean, the reality is that to win power in Britain, to be a credible alternative government, you need people. It's not just about the leader. You need people right across the Parliamentary Labour Party, and more deep than that, that can give the public a sense of what Labour could be in government. And Tristram, you know, whether people like him or not, whether they think he's posh or not, whether they, you know, think Tristram's a funny name or not, and all the other stuff that I've been reading, he's a very clever guy who has a lot of bright ideas and can make a big contribution to politics. So I do think it's sad that I understand the reasons why he's taken this job, but I do think it's sad, and I think the people who are mouthing off on Twitter, as I call it, are not doing themselves any good either, because the Labour Party cannot win if we just become a kind of a sect that sort of believes that all you have to do is say the word socialism, and anybody who doesn't say that is kind of somehow a liar or a traitor or a Tory and all the other nonsense they spout.
Alastair, we'll leave it there. Alastair Campbell, thank you very much.